how's it going? It's Phantom, and today I'll be talking about the new Kendrick Lamar album, Mr. Morel and the Big Steppers, released in 2022. It is a double album with the Big Steppers being the first and Mr. Morel being the second half. Kendrick Lamar at the moment is one of the most revolutionary artists of all time, with To Pimp a Butterfly being considered one of the greatest albums ever made, which I agree. And yet again, this album proves that he doesn't make a bad album. From Good Kid, Mad City to Damn to Section 80, this album is probably his third best. So just to give a rundown for this album, for me, it is kind of like a diary with a United in Grief. Starts off with him in therapy and talking about why he is what he's been doing for the last 5 years or 4 years or however long it is. And basically throughout this entire album, he is basically saying that even though yes, he is a big artist, he is still human. He still goes through stuff in which people don't understand still. So he expresses that throughout the entire album, with A95 being the more popular song. And then we got Die Hard with two of the best features on the album. This is kind of like a poppy feel. This is top 3 songs on the entire LP. This is groovy. The hook is amazing. Then we go to Father Time, which Kendrick discusses his dad issues, which for people with dad issues gives them a more impact and more meaning, with the other Sampha feature, which puts a cherry on top. The Rich Interlude with Kodak Black, and with Kodak Black, I don't really, I'm not a fan of his music. I think it is kind of bad, but in this album he does his best work. And then we go on to pretty much a big movie, We Cry Together, with Taylor Page, which you just sit back and you're blown away on how these two interact, and the arguments that they have is if you're in that if you're in that kind of relationship, get out straight away. Get out. We go to Purple Hearts with Summer Walker and Ghostface Killer. This is another groovy track. This very laid back. It's the last song on the Big Steppers part, and I must say that this part of the album is the lesser of this part. Mr. Morel is the better half. Then we go to Count Me Out, which has the kind of the same intro as United in Grief, with the heavenly opening, and then go into kind of like a trap song. Crown, I'm not a big fan of, but it is still pretty decent. Silent Hill, yeah, this is someone else. I actually do like this song, which is kind of weird because I don't really like this type of song, but this song actually is pretty good. Savior with a Baby Keem and a Sam Ju, the distorted bass and the beat drop with Baby Keem's verse is really good. And we go to Auntie Diaries, which is again a lower tone, but it is basically talking about Kendrick's trans uncle. I didn't really know what's going on. In his days, he didn't have a filter, which most kids now don't. And then we go to Mr. Morel, which is produced by Pharrell Williams, and you can tell it is a very, very, very good song. Mother I Sober, another laid back monotone song, but it has a lot of impactful lyrics, which I believe most people would be emotional with. And then it ends up with Mirror, which is a really good closer to the whole thing. And yeah, overall, this album is another great inclusion of his discography. I don't have too much complaints about it, apart from some of the instrumentals being inconsistent and not like blowing away, but it is still pretty good. This is my review. Tell me what your thoughts were in the comments, and see you later.